Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com, and we are back with MAKIBES. We are unboxing the latest MAKIBES G series, which are the high-end fitness watch band devices. We've looked at almost all of them so far. The G02, remember that old black and white thing? Oh, 3, I'm not sure about 4, 5, 6, 7, and here we go with the MAKIBES G08 coming to us again from Geekbuying. They pretty much are supplier of the MAKIBES line. This is a GPS 9-axis swimming lap counter smartwatch. Fully waterproof, GPS built in, and with 9-axis tracking, it can automatically detect your swimming stroke and the length of your pool, your laps, all of that automatically. Check the show notes for a coupon discount. Got a nice one going for you for the MAKIBES G08. Inside this watch, we have all of these goodies. A 2503A CPU. We've got a long standby life on this watch, and it seems to be. It looks like it's going to last quite a long time. And again, it's waterproof. The GPS and BIDO modules are in here, so no matter where you are in the world, you can get your tracking. Automatic lap calculation, and like I mentioned, freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, all the different kind of swimming strokes. This is a swimmer's watch. It also does multi-sport mode, automatically switching in and out of all of these different kind of things, walking, climbing, cycling. And again, GPS will be used to calculate your distance on all of those. Historical data is available right on the watch or through the Tethered App, the Fundo Pro, the Fundo Watch app, and all these other functions of music control and camera remote control, step counter, sleep monitor, so forth. The specs are right here. Bluetooth 4.0. It's a 240 by 240 pixel bright color 1.3 inch display. Let's take a look at it. Inside the box, nicely protected, is the watch itself, wrapped around a little sleeve. It's got a pretty nice TPU dual mode, dual color band, which is really attractive. It has a heart rate monitor, charging pins, and an interesting raised design for what you're about to see to charge this thing. Now notice the little buttons here means that the bands themselves are completely removable and interchangeable. You have the module, I think, for the GPS right in here. It just says performance waterproof. And then 3 buttons on the side, a power button and a back button, I think, an up button, a down button, an OK button, all of that. We have a little screen cover, not a protector, but a cover here with a little lip meant to be lifted off like that. And that's the watch. Now, inside here is the charging dock. And this is, you know, as docks go, this dock is getting, the docks are getting better. I got to admit that. They used to be kind of a tricky little thing to use. And look at this one now. It's got a whole fancy design to it, really custom made for this watch. And as I understand it, you get the pins in the right place, you line this up in here, put that under there, like that. Or do you do this in first? This in first, and then that's it, that in first, and then snap it, and it snaps right into place. And then, of course, the other end is your USB connector, and it'll charge away. When you're ready to take it out, you just lift it off, and you're back into your fully waterproof watch. That way, you're not getting any water anywhere into it. So, we also have in the very bottom an extensive little manual book here in multiple languages, color book. Let's go through the English manual. Just so you have an idea what we are looking at. Very colorful displays from the home page. And you notice all of these different main menu items will have subsidiary tracking up to a week long on each of those entries, which is great. So you actually have all the fitness information and summary right at your hands in the watch itself without the need of the Tethering app. The Tethering app just gives you more details and easier to read on a screen. You have your GPS track visible, you have your heart rate graph visible, you have all these different functions available. And take a look at them now. These are the different sporting activities, and these are the screens that you're going to see. I'm not going to be able to go through all these with you on the watch because you got to have them running and you got to collect data, but you can see them right here in the book, so you can see what specific items will be displayed on the screen while it's happening, and what your summary sheets will look at. And since it's so extensive, try to get this down in the picture so you get the whole thing. There you go. This is the swimming one we're getting into now, and look at all of the different capabilities that you've got. It's really interesting. If you're a swimmer, you can get some great data, historical information, and the overall main menu, which off to the side, you tap the side button when you're here to get deeper into the actual main menu where you choose your settings setups. Okay, then you switch over to the app, which is the Fundo app, right? And you go through pairing with this band, which it goes by the term sport. You'll be looking for that in your tethering. You synchronize the data, you get your main screen, you come into this center tab, and this is your current daily stuff. But you also have all your history capabilities here for all the things you've done. Now, quick FAQs and notice information. And I believe we're just about done. Your specs and a disclaimer and battery warning. Okay, that should finish it, right? No, there's a warranty card. I love it. All right, now we're into another different language. Okay, the manual, the charging dock, covered everything. We're ready to get this thing fired up and check it out. Power on button is the upper right one. Press and hold. And it's no longer the upper right, is it? It's upside down. Ta-da! This watch is worn backwards. So all of your buttons are on the inside side if you're wearing it on your left arm. Very interesting. First of all, how is it? Not too thick. Very sporty looking with the red band. Can get different colors in the bands. Nice, super bright screen. It's literally washing out the camera. This is a nice yellow and orange. And only if I turn it do you see the actual colors, because face on, that's how it is outdoors. It's going to be nice and bright for you. What have we got? Bluetooth. If we turn over here, you get your notifications. Okay. If I come down, I get into my parameters of your volume, where you can have the speaker, the vibration, or nothing. You can see that, right? I know it's washing out. This is the QR code, which you can scan. You have to look at it straight on. Well, you really don't need this because I've got the link in the show notes for you. In addition, in the show notes, I've got several links to other videos where I've done full reviews of the Fundo app. We're not going to go into a lot of detail on this one. If you want to see how the app works on any of the watches that use the app, follow any of those links and you'll see the multiple times I've gone over and over and over it. Now we can fix the brightness issue. Here's the brightness, and that, folks, is full bright. Talk about outdoor flashlight. There, that's its lowest setting, and it's still almost too bright for indoors. Nice watch. You're not going to have any trouble in the pool, in the sunlight, seeing this watch. Here's where we have the status of Bluetooth. We can turn it on and get it ready for pairing. And that was when we swiped up. Swipe up again, and I go into the compass. And if I do the figure 8 thing, it's going to give me my compass, which snaps quickly. I'm sitting in the north, as you all know. And yeah, nice, accurate compass. Swipe again. We're in a stopwatch mode. One more time, and this is our heart rate. And of course, it's got to be sensing the body in order to do the heart rate. If it doesn't, it won't. And we won't spend time on it, but it'll take the readings. As far as I can tell, they're accurate, but I don't swear by any of them. You got to test it for yourself. And nothing to swipe over there. Here's our sleep time, last night's sleep time, deep and light, and total minutes, and a chart, weekly chart, if you are tracking it. We're out of the box, so I have no data, not even step count on here, but you'd see the daily step count and percent against your goal, whatever goal you set, and then your weekly bar chart on that. You saw that in the other pictures in the manual, and back again. So that loops through all of those screens, right? That loops through the same screens the other way. That took us over to notifications. This takes us into our fitness. Here's where you see the little GPS radar icon in the top. When you go into that, it's going to invoke GPS. Once it locks up, it'll use it for calculating your track and your distance traveled. However, an indoor walk is just going to do step count. There's no GPS thing there. Cycling has it. Outdoor run has it. Indoor run does not. Climbing has it. Swimming does not. There's no GPS for swimming. You're just back and forth in a pool, right? And the sports like basketball and table tennis, these are all calculating your calories burned based on your heart rate and such. History will take you into a review of all of the things that you've done, and you saw the kind of fun graphs you can get from that. And then here's your overall sports settings. You can choose between metric and imperial. And you notice it changed to per mile or per kilometer notification to you. You turn that on, and the watch will let you know when you've completed a unit, in this case miles. Your pace remain, what? I guess. Pace remaining, your cost time. That's the time you set, like 10 minutes or something. You wanted to exercise for 10 minutes, it'll do that. Goal message, daily sport, a lot of different things. Personal information. Here's where you set your weight and height and sex and gender so that it can calculate properly your calories burned for a lot of these things and other items too. So, as you know, we go up and down here, and those are all the items, including the settings. And, as we mentioned from the manual, tap menu, and now, one more thingy over, we're getting into all of your settings. So, turning on and off Bluetooth, finding your device, the overall file manager for this. You can turn on a sedentary reminder. The app download is for the Fundo, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, that just gives you your QR code to download the app to your phone. It's the thing about putting apps in the watch. Can't do that. A deeper settings setting. You can set your home city. The dialer is not working. This is not supporting SIM card or Bluetooth tethering dialing. There's no speaker. There's no microphone. So an error in the software setup. You've got clock where you can set the clock manually or do it, from your phone. Reminder, display. Here's the screen timeout. I have it set for 60 seconds at a brightness of 1. International is where all of our languages are. Let's take a look at those. English, French, Spanish. The rest of these I don't know. But you can check and see. Not a very long list. Just a few languages in this particular one that I've got. I think I'm still back in English. Good. Motion for wake-up gesture and sleep motion. Wow. I guess that's when you have that on. It's not going to turn on when you... in the middle of the night. I'm not sure what that one is. Reset and overall about this watch. And, oops, I went into reset. I went about. There's the information on it. And a version and release time. So November 6, 2018. And in back from this, that's all for settings. And then you've got alarms you can set in here. Create them and set them. You have a calendar that is basically a little calendar of the day and the full calendar of the month. You got a built-in calculator you can use. That's handy. And an overall world clock that you can just tap into any particular area to see what the time is in that location, like Beijing, as long as you've tethered this to your phone and set the watch to match your particular time zone and current time. For faces, press and hold. And there we go. A selection of different faces in here. Looks like 3 of them. Can you put more in? I'm not sure. They're not the standard way you would on an Android phone, so I'm not that familiar with the VXP style. It does not look like it because you usually have arrows at the bottom to select. But I don't know. Maybe. You guys could check that out and see. Anyway, you have these 3 different styles to choose from. And that seems to be the biggest and the brightest, so that's the one I'll go with. And again, all your buttons are over here on the side that you can use to get around if you don't want to use your fingers. All right, you happy? Once again, it's the Fundo Tethering app that you'll be looking for, and check the show notes for links and information about that. Also check the show notes for buying this puppy from Geekbuying. And again, we got a good discount for you, so use the coupon down below to pick it up and expand your line of MAKIBES G series watches. They keep getting better and better. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. And remember to subscribe. It really helps us out, and you'll get the latest videos pushed right to you. Okay, I can't leave without at least showing you some of these screens when you're doing some of the activities. Let's pick an outdoor run. That's typical. When you get into it, this is what you'll see on your activity screen. Remember, I'm at the lowest brightness right now, so you can bloom this thing out and see it under bright sunlight. Once it gets GPS, you see that flashing. You see the heart rate thing going on in the background. All that data will start to fill in. Now, you can also flip over, see the dots on the side. You'll see your track, not against the map, but you'll actually see it squirreling through wherever you're going. And you can come down here and see your average pace, I guess, in here, in the running mode. And it says it's running mode right here, your mileage and so forth, all of these. Now, each of these different activities will have somewhat different screens. And everything's 0 here because I'm not doing it right now, obviously. We're just sitting here, and I haven't accumulated any data for you to take a look at. But you have all that available. You can finish the sport and choose any other one as well. And again, you'll get these kind of screens. You saw them in the manual at the very beginning. Study them, and you'll get an idea of what this watch can do for you. All right.